I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about 3 entitled women trash a restaurant in New York City over dipping sauce. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. There were 3 women who walked into a restaurant and decided to trash it over something as simple as a $2 package of dipping sauce. They felt so entitled that since they didn't like the price, they decided to tear up the restaurant. The rest of the patrons in the restaurant just watched and recorded them tearing up the restaurant. These women actually fought with the police when they came. This shows you the degradation of the American society. Everything that you're seeing right now is historical. It's the same as what happened during the fall of the Roman Empire. And now you're seeing it in America. I want you to take a look at this video from CBS New York, and we'll comment once it's done.
5:30, a violent attack in a restaurant over extra sauce worth less than $2. Hello, I'm Dana Tyler.
Welcome back. I'm Alice Gaynor. 2 workers at a Lower East Side French fry shop were hit with glass bottles, and the place was trashed after police say a group of women refused to pay for the extra sauce they ordered.
CBS 2's Kevin Rincon reports on the charges the women are now facing and how the victims are doing.
The sound of the alarm did little to stop 3 women from trashing Bell Fries on Ludlow Street. As they climbed over the counter, they took aim at the staff just inches away.
2 of my employees were hit in the head with glass bottles.
Anna Lee is the owner of Bell Fries. She wasn't here during the attack, instead woke up to the video of the chaos.
It's a nightmare, honestly.
The anger? It was all over dipping sauce. The women didn't want to pay $1.75 for an extra one.
There's something going on with them, and it didn't have to do with us. Clearly, because it was over sauce. Like, that should not call for that behavior.
As you see the 3 women rip apart everything in sight, behind them is a crowd of dozens, at times cheering.
As mad as these women were and how as crazy as they were acting, like, I think that was egging them on.
This happened Sunday, July 3rd at around 4 in the morning. Police say 2 workers were taken to the hospital and treated for cuts. They did arrest 3 women in their 20s and are now facing felony charges. Shatara Placencia, Tatiana Johnson, they were released. Pearl Azoria had to post bail. She's accused of stealing $10 from the register and punching an arresting officer in the face. They're all due back in court Friday, July 8th. To make sure something like this doesn't happen again, the owner has hired a security guard to...
You see how these savages acted, these wicked 304s. They tore up this young lady's restaurant. And we all know how hard it is to start a restaurant. And the survival rate of a restaurant is between 10 and 15%. And you know that lady will be reluctant to call her insurance company, especially in New York, because her premiums will skyrocket. So she'll have to come out her pocket and pay to get everything fixed in that store after those savages tore it up. The entitlement in this country has gotten out of control, especially with young people. They feel as though they can do whatever they want and there will be no consequences. We see them all around the country running through the streets, doing whatever they want, and you see the police just sitting back. And the police are reluctant to do anything since 2020 and the George Floyd incident, simply because they don't want to be caught up in a controversy. And you heard at the end of the video, they said one of the young ladies punched a police officer. This shows you how much respect they have for law enforcement. And these young ladies was wrong. They committed the crime. But they felt so entitled that they can punch a police officer and you bet not put your hands on me. That's how society is going. To where nobody feels as though they should be held accountable for their actions. You remember the broken glass theory? If you stop the small crimes, you will also eventually stop the big crimes. Well, that's out of the window now in New York City. It's straight up Gotham, and everybody's looking around and see a Batman gonna come to save us. Many of you may think this is a small incident, but it's thousands of them happen across this country. And the crime is getting out of control. I don't care if it's Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, New York, Philadelphia, Houston, Memphis, Jacksonville, Atlanta. You see people out here wilding. And nobody's holding them accountable because you got these liberal, passive district attorneys who are letting criminals out. And these criminals get out. Just like that thug up in Highland Park that shot all those kids during the 4th of July parade. He should have been in jail. All these bums should be in jail. But they're walking the streets of America committing crimes. And these young ladies, you know what's going to happen? They're going to get probation, possibly a fine, and that's it. Maybe they need to spend 4 or 5 months in jail to be known that they will be held accountable for their actions. They're probably sitting at home laughing after destroying that poor woman's property. The criminals are running loose in this country. Many of you don't want to hear it. You can close your eyes to it, but it's bad. And this is a small example. We ain't talking about the crimes that really put people in fear. We see people in this society dying for nothing. And that's when you know an empire is coming to an end. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.